Welcome everybody to Rob's MetalWorks. Tonight we are working out here on the strip here at the Paper Tiger to support what a great metal show this Saturday evening. And we're starting off our night with the band from Mission, Texas in the RGV, the band called Overt Enemy. And I have with me Saul and Slayerella here on the show.
How's it going, guys?
Welcome, guys.
Happy to be here.
Happy to be here. Thanks, Rob.
Yeah, great to catch up with you guys. I've known about Overt Enemy for a long time already, it seems. And it's good to see that you guys are kind of still working hard and kind of growing and transitioning as a band. Because I remember really kind of at the beginnings of the band, you guys were doing like a lot of covers, Slayer covers and stuff, right?
When we first started, it was when Jeff Hanneman passed away. So it was supposed to be just like this one-off, you know, one show kind of thing. And it was just Slayer. Just Slayer. And so that's how we started. And then eventually we were like, well, let's do a little bit of our own stuff. So then we started with our own stuff, and it kind of evolved from there. We put some songs in some movies, and yeah.
And so for those people out there not from our region, go ahead and share a little bit about the beginnings of the band. Like I said, I think I've known about the band since 2018 when you guys did that festival in the Valley that Aldebario puts on. Remember that? It was at the Cine del Rey, I think.
Del Rey, yeah. Which one was it? The Thrash Bash, perhaps?
The Thrash Bash, yeah. So that was kind of when I first kind of came to know the band, but I know you guys have already been around for like 10 years.
Yeah, roundabout. Like I said, we started right when Jeff Hanneman passed away.
So how do you kind of feel the evolution has happened? How you know, not just going from, you know, being a cover band, but more into kind of an original, kind of really heavy kind of thrash band?
Well, I think it started, like I said, we started way back when, and we had some lineup changes. And so when, the lineup changes, we get different ideas from different people. And so then, and our different styles, they all just kind of melded together. Everybody has their own influences. And so we pick up a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and it just kind of evolved. We started getting a little thrashy and then a little bit further into the thrash. And our new album coming out has a lot of different things on there. Yeah,
we'll talk about that here in a little bit. And Saul, talk about your introduction with the band, as she mentioned a little bit of the transition.
Well, as a witness of Overt Enemy, as a fan, witnessing the transition, was very cool hearing their first original songs. I think one of the first ones I heard was Mercenary back in the day.
Yeah.
And it really caught my ear. I said, wow, that's a nice transition from Slayer cover tribute, to hearing that first tune that caught my ear. So I started seeing them live. Shout out to my brother Jaime Ayala, original drummer, held it down for a long time. Family, so I got to see them play live several times. I'm just happy now to be a part of the band.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I always kind of feel that all bands have to go through that kind of like growing process, and then when they finally get good people in the lineup, they kind of know it.
Absolutely.
It clicks. It
Absolutely.
just clicks.
Absolutely.
It's very important to have also that kind of back end chemistry.
Yeah, you have to have that camaraderie. If you don't have that chemistry, I mean, it's not going to work.
Good word. I was sent the live record that came out. The one that you guys did in Bandera, Texas. Were you already with the band? So?
That was my first gig. With Overt Enemy.
Really?
It was huge, man. An hour and 30-minute set is what we agreed to. So it was a mixture of original music along with Slayer. Shout out to Dave Lombardo. That is not an easy set.
Wow.
But I was happy to be a part of it. And, Slayerella always jokes around, hey, we broke you in good. And I love it. I was absolutely thrilled to be out there. Awesome production, lovely people, a bunch of bikers. We had a great time.
Yeah, I'm kind of familiar with that area. My dad used to own a ranch in Pipe Creek, so not too far from Bandera.
I love the hill country. If I get to drive through there, we, my family and I, we like to visit Gardner State Park. So anytime we hit the hills, I'm happy. So I was like, let's go play a gig. Hell yeah,
So the live record was called Thunder in the Hill Country.
That is correct.
And then, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys have been the only metal band to play that event?
That is correct, yeah.
How did that kind of come together for the band?
We got to message one of the gentlemen through Facebook, and extremely kind gentleman responded and said, hey, you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb here and I'm going to book Overt fucking Enemy. And he did, man. The deal fell through. We were so happy to be there. It was awesome. Yeah.
Wow.
So through sending a message through Facebook is how we got the contact.
Wow. Wow. Cool. So you guys were there like all day and stuff, and
Yeah, it was a great place, a great group of people. I mean, very welcoming. We had a great time.
Yeah, we got
the other. What were the other bands like?
Kick ass.
What kind of bands were they?
Southern rock.
Southern rock, classic rock, Kaleidoscope Project.
There was an Oz tribute. Shout out to Kelly Fitzsimmons, a guitar player for that band. Tribute to Oz. They kick ass. They were the headliner that night. So.
And then y'all went out there and everybody was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we thrashed out, man. We thrashed out big time.
Yeah. The recording of the live record sounds pretty fucking good too.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Did the event record everybody, or how did that happen?
Well, we have our rig set up so that it does the recording for us.
Oh, okay.
So just because we want to do like a playback after our shows. Okay, this is what we did right. This is what we did wrong. This is where we need to fix it. So we always record our stuff.
Yeah.
It just so happened that, we listened to it and we were like, oh, this is pretty good. You know what? We have a while before our new record releases. Why don't we do something different? Let's release this live.
Yeah. And who mixed it and stuff?
That was
Red Barn Studios.
Red Barn Studios.
Shout out to Rob Canales.
Rob Canales. Is that Rob from Unholy Desecration?
Damn straight.
Holy
yes,
smokes.
Sir. Yeah, man.
He's in everybody's little projects down there, right?
It was awesome to work with him. I'm really pleased with what he did for us.
Yeah.
I was nervous going into the gig, and Robert Hahn's the mastermind behind our rack.
Yeah.
Got all the tracks, sent it out, mixed and mastered. And when I heard the final product, I said, holy shit, let's do this again.
I like Rob Canales. He's been to my studio before.
Cool.
He's kind of scary sometimes, but he kind of freaks me out with a big pentagram that he wears. But I love him. He's good. He's all good. He's all good. Yeah. And I love what they do too as a band. And
Sure.
I really love the RGV a lot. I just keep hearing about all these great things, and I'm working with more and more bands from that area.
Awesome, man.
So I'm really happy to see that you guys are progressing and moving forward, and have kind of now, because of the longevity, have kind of really built a good foundation and a career for the band. And as I shared off camera, Robert sent me the tracks already, without the solos though. I got the songs without the solos and without the mix and mastering. But he says, Rob, check out these tracks. This is going to be our new record. And I was listening to it the last couple of days, and I was like, wow, this is really impressive. I can't wait to hear the final product.
Thanks,
so
man.
that's why I took the initiative to tell Rob, I really want to connect with the band, interview with the band, and kind of share a little bit about all this exciting stuff that's happening. And before we get there, I was remiss not to mention, though, and Rob wanted us to make sure we mentioned it, but the live record is going to come out September 22nd.
Yes.
Correct, yeah.
So everybody out there, go ahead and take a look at the cover work. This is the brand new live record from Overt Enemy, Thunder in the Hill Country. So be sure to check it out when it drops. You can get it at all your favorite music media outlets. And now, did you guys put the whole hour-and-a-half set on that record?
We did. Yeah. We did all hour and a half. So we have some Slayer in there. We have all of our original music from our first 2 albums, and we have 3 songs from our new and upcoming album. That's coming out.
Track by track. It's all there.
So let's talk about the new record. What do you guys feel this new record is kind of... Well, first of all, let me ask. Is this new record all originals, like no covers? Or will you have some covers?
No covers, all originals.
Wow.
We've got 10 songs.
Wow.
Full length.
Full-length record. Wow, that's great. Will you be releasing any singles once they're done?
Yeah.
Is that the kind of the approach or the strategy?
Exactly. Yeah, we're going to release it slowly. We're going to release an original here, an original there, a single here, a single there, before we release the entire thing. Yeah.
And I think I heard you doing some lead vocal. Is that true?
It may be true. I don't know.
That is not fucking Leo singing.
It is rumored that I may be on there.
Wow.
I was so impressed when I heard it. I was blown away. Yeah.
Sounds pretty brutal. And the song, I think the one that I was listening to was the second track on the listing I got, called Eradication.
Eradication, yeah, that's mine.
Motherfucking Cation. I like it.
My personal favorite.
But Leo jumps in on vocals too, right?
He does, yes.
Yeah. Sounds great. That's so cool that you
Thanks,
guys are
man.
so
Thank you.
so well tuned that you guys can do that. And
It means a lot, dude.
And
Thank you.
all of you guys are kind of doing vocals too. Robert too, a little bit.
Rob does some vocals on there too, yeah. So that you're going to hear a little bit of all of us. Saul jumps in there too.
Oh wow!
Crowd chant.
Wow.
Yeah.
So let me jump back to my question. What is this record kind of delivering, kind of musically? Is it more kind of thrashy? You guys doing a little bit more progression, little groove? What do you got going on in there?
I would describe it as a bit more progressive. It's not going to be your typical straight up thrash record.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for the people to have this music penetrate your ear holes. It was a little intimidating when I first got the tracks. I said, holy shit, what did I get myself into as the new guy? The studio was not the easiest of things to get through, but man, we pushed through, and I'm just happy to be with the status that we're attempting to reach with it.
Did you guys do it at Red Barn?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
We did it with Widowmaker Studios with Joshua Lopez.
Oh, okay. And who has he worked with before? Does he work with other people
He
in the valley? Or?
most recently went on tour with Possessed. They took him out as front of house guy and did all their sound, did an excellent job with them. I think he did a 2-week run with them, but recorded several bands down in the Rio Grande Valley.
He's from the valley?
He's from the
Correct.
valley, yeah. He just
Yeah.
recently moved to California, but he is originally from the valley. He's recorded Scarlett O'Hara.
Correct.
He's
Scarlett O'Hara.
recorded several bands. There's a lot of us out there recorded by him. Yeah.
Shout out to Joshua Lopez,
Yeah.
Widowmaker Studios.
All right. So can you say at this point when the record will come out? Or when would you like the record out?
Oh, I would love the record to come out, early next year. That would be ideal.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right. I can't wait to get it. I'm sure I'll get it in my hands, and
Most definitely.
hopefully
Rob.
we can.
Yeah.
One of the first,
All right.
for sure.
Most definitely.
Hopefully we can reconnect everybody next year, and you guys can come up to my studio too, and we'll talk more about it.
I'd love that, man.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Have a good, make a night out of it, and have a good time. I come out and about. I like to stay out and about sometimes, but always also like to have people over at the studio and hang out and get to know people, on a personal level. Okay, that's great. You guys are here in San Antonio, playing this show, which I anticipate is going to be a great show tonight because I love Semper and I love Lockjaw. You guys came up today from the valley?
Yeah, we drove up early this morning. We took off about 9 a.m., got here at 2 o'clock, and we've been out here since then,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. At least, now we came out, the sun's going down, so it's not as hot, but
Correct.
man, I can imagine how blistering hot it was today.
It was earlier unloading.
Fucking hot, right? Oh, man. So what else do you guys have planned as far as shows for this fall?
We've got several shows coming up. We have a couple in November. We have a show in December. We have a private show that we're going to be doing in December. So yeah, we have a few things coming up. Do we have a show in September? We do, don't we?
I believe so.
Aren't y'all guys going to do a show in October in El Paso with Fear Factory?
We are October 9th. We're playing with Fear Factory.
Forget about that one, Slayerella.
That's going to be huge.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Fear Factory?
That is
With Fear
correct.
Factory.
Yes.
At the Rock House.
Yes.
I'm good friends with Matt Martinez, the owner of the Rock House. Good guy, good place. That place has kind of become like the metal place in El
they've had
Paso.
some great bands out there.
Oh yeah, they go all out. And if the band's really big, then they even set up like a stage outside and stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it's always kind of a cool thing. I haven't been out there for several years, and I think the last time I was, actually Matt and I did a Rob's showcase out there.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we interviewed all the bands, and
Very cool.
the thing that was fucked up about it, this is the thing.
There's always something, right?
This is the thing it was my fault. I have a lot of friends out there, the Pissing Razors guys and everybody.
Right, yeah.
So I get the show was on Saturday. My event was on Saturday. I get there on Friday, and then all my friends are like, all right, let's go out and party. So we went out and partied, and oh my God, those guys
Went all out.
They beat me up really bad, bro. We call it liver boxing. Liver boxing. And man, by the time we got back to the house, I stayed at Joe Rodriguez's place that night. He's a singer from the Razors, and they had to kind of almost carry me in, bro.
Yeah,
and so the next day I was just done.
Hurting.
Done, bro. And I had to do like 10 interviews and shit. I was all fucking beat up. Yeah, and then everybody at the show was like, "Why aren't you drinking, bro? Why aren't you running?" Like, dude, come on.
Yeah, I was really pleased we got the invite to head out to El Paso.
Yeah.
So we want to put our absolute best foot forward.
Yeah.
Super excited. Dino, he's got Pete Weber on drums, so I'm excited to share the stage with
Oh,
that
yeah,
guy.
Havoc.
Yes.
Pete Weber from Havoc, yeah.
Correct, man.
Yeah. I know
so
Pete. I go way
just
back
looking
with him.
forward to the whole time. I love spending time with my family and Overt Enemy, and that's going to be another great track.
Yeah.
Another great track.
Yeah. What about, are videos important to you guys? Do you guys want to do videos in support of the new record?
Oh, most definitely. Yeah. Most definitely. I don't know if you've seen them, but we have videos for Mercenary. We have videos for Political Cancer and some of our other songs. So yeah, videos are definitely a thing. And so if you do come to one of our live shows, a lot of times you'll see a videographer recording the crowd because we like to throw some of those live shots into our videos.
Yeah. What about anything other than like a performance video, like, you know, like a storyline video, stuff like that?
I'd love to work on something like that.
With
yeah,
some of the
stay
scary,
tuned. We want to get something going.
With some of the scary lyrical themes you guys got going on.
We haven't done one yet, but we really want to. So we'll see. Maybe this is our opportunity.
Yeah, they're a little bit more time consuming and probably a little bit more expensive, but I think people like to see those too, and
For sure.
you can mix in a little performance in there. That's good too.
I agree.
All right, guys. I don't want to keep you guys much longer. Just let me ask each of you if you have any last words. Is there anything I missed or that we should have talked about? And if not, then any last words you want to share, any love you want to share with people out there?
Guys, we appreciate the online support. Keep bringing it. Thank you so much. I'm extremely happy to be in Overt Enemy and happy to be kicking ass on the drums, man. So if you get the opportunity, come out to a show. You won't regret it.
Yeah. How about you, Slayerella?
Shout out to all the fans out there. I mean, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing if it weren't for you guys. We wouldn't be able to keep this train moving. So thank you guys so much for the support. And, we look forward to all of our shows to come and all of our releases. There's a lot of really good things coming up. So if you go to overtenemy.com, if you sign up for our newsletter, you'll be the first ones to hear about all of our new stuff coming up.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad that you guys have a .com. I don't mean a lot of bands who have .coms anymore because of social media, but that's
Correct.
cool.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, you got the news. Live record coming out in September. Hopefully a full-length original record coming from the band. This will be the debut record, kind of like really the real first official.
Yeah, the real first, full length. Yeah, because our other ones are EPs. So yeah, this is our first full length.
So I'm super stoked for you guys. I can't wait to jam it. Remember, everybody, you saw the band called Overt Enemy right here on Rob's MetalWorks.